Mind Walk. So let's go over here. I want to show you a couple features. We're over in the Horsey neighborhood in Burbank. So we got some kind of old school kind of housing going on here. We got some kind of almost ranch style things going on. But look, I present you with
a
lawn jockey. So, I mean, you tie up your horse to the thing, and there's a little lamp there so you can see where it comes in. That's a very interesting one because his coloration seems at least of the Irish, maybe, descent.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the coloration of the jockey's uniform, but you were referring to the skin tone?
Yeah, well, because I got a surprise for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
All right.
You gonna get that one first?
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like I have to.
Yeah.
That's a special little guy.
Yeah. A throwback, A lawn jockey.
Holding out the lamp, that jockey is.
Yeah. Hey, we're over here. Bring your horse over here, and you tie it up to his hand. Now, this guy.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
I see.
He's the one that everybody warns us about, right? The not so white-skinned lawn jockey.
Well, this one is, but they're really almost look like they're the same.
It's the
design,
same model. It's the same
right?
model, just painted differently.
Is it exactly the same model?
I feel like it. I feel like I've seen these so often that there's just one.
Like the jockey holding out the lantern?
Yeah, and maybe like it's like so there's this. I don't know. There's one on the 5. There's these weird giant fiberglass. They're basically Paul Bunyan statues, but also here's the other creepy thing about going on. So this yard's got a water pump out in the front and a windmill. It's a throwback to a farmhouse, but all the does and fawns in the yard have little smiles on their face. Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Creepy smiles.
You're about to get shot by Joe Rogan. But yes, the jockey here has a very milk chocolatey complexion.
Milk chocolatey. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way of putting it. I mean, it's a beautiful house. I really love what they've done with it, and they are very American. They have a bow tie on the
there's
house.
a lot of American flags in this neighborhood, for sure.
And I wonder what the connection, because I was just thinking about this. The connection between horse people and kind of like, I remember a certain kind of America,
I don't know. Maybe something about, frontier patriotism or... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't rightly know.
But then I went to a protest. There's some more American flags on those yards. Barney, where are you taking us? Barney is leading the walk today, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Barney on a leash today in rare form.
Yeah, we'll get over to the trail. He doesn't know that I want to take him to where the horses pee and he can roll around in that, but he's, I guess, more interested in wandering. It's all a walk. It's fine. He's more interested in wandering the neighborhood.
I mean, hey, mind walks can take place in neighborhoods like this, can take place anywhere. As long as we're walking, it's a mind walk.
It's true. So, yeah, there's the Compton Cowboys showed up at one of the protests. There's a little rock that says "Take Care" on it.
Oh, that's nice. I'm not going to take a picture of that. I can't take a picture of everything.
No, but I think describing it, and then people can follow our path. I told a person about our podcast, and she's like, "Oh, I'd be the kind of person that would want to follow on the hike and listen to it." I was like, "Yeah, that's what you all should do. Well, aspire."
I agree. We should take a note of a lot of things. I mean, I know there was a lot socially going on with that in our second episode with that Bowser board game.
Oh, yeah.
Mario Brothers board game. I really liked that segment because, I felt like as comedians, what we can do is like any object, if we just stop and look at it and start talking about it, we can just riff on it.
Find something interesting. Well,
including that rock. We could have settled on that rock for another 2 minutes and figured out.
Well, no,
more
but I would even say like we got the lawn jockeys to explore for a little while. I get it. I get why people would be upset by those symbols. Another American flag.
I feel like this is the kind of neighborhood where if I were knocking on doors for Bernie, I would not get that high of a turnover rate.
Yeah.
And yet, in this house we believe Black Lives Matter, women's rights are human rights, no human is illegal, science is real, love is love, kindness is everything, on a rainbow
flag right next to the house with the American flag, and I feel like there's like kind of a flag arms war going on here.
Well, the lawn sign wars, right?
Yeah. And there's so many of these houses have the
oh damn, this is amazing.
posts.
Look at this. Look at the back of this car. It's got like it looks like, I don't know, something that you would
take to a protest. You drive this car to the protest. They got ACAB 1312, which is 1312, which is ACAB. This is pretty fantastic. It feels like they're. I know it's a phrase that you don't like. They're on the right side of history.
Well, it's not that I don't like the phrase. I just think it's not as self-evident a claim as people who say it think it is really my issue with it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I'm basically aligning
it's kind
myself.
It's kind of like a secular way of saying God is on our side.
Yeah,
it
is.
Okay.
You're on the right side of history. Because I agree with the sentiment, and I wanted to go in that direction. But yeah, I feel like, especially in this neighborhood, whoever that is, and they're probably, I imagine, some Hollywood producer wanted to get a big house in Burbank, and these are some of the biggest houses in Burbank.
Who knows? Maybe the parents and the kids disagree on that. I mean, the drawings look like they were made by, I don't know, like a
kids,
teenager.
Yeah, but
not a kid, but
yeah,
like
a younger person.
I guess I just don't see as many hand-drawn, like, cartoons on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper anymore. Like, it feels like something like that's out of school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know that it was made in school. It probably was made at home. But kind of has the something that would be magneted to the refrigerator kind of vibe. But it's a total social justice, Black Lives Matter, and ACAB too, man.
Yeah.
They're putting that on the back.
Right here in Burbank. I mean, these are definitely some beautiful houses.
Some 16-year-old going, "All cops are bastards." It's like, all right.
Yeah.
You got something figured out, I guess.
Yeah, you're on the path. I mean, I guess in this household we believe all cops are bastards too. Yeah, this is definitely the sound. The sound of affluence is the sound of gardening.
And leaf blowers.
Leaf blowers and edgers and lawnmowers, and the tree trimmer is about to start up here.
Grinding away the life, grinding away the ligneous fibers. Cutting back the earth. Just no, stop, no,
Yes.
don't overgrow. We want you to grow just as much as we want you to grow, and not anymore. And we're just going to hack away.
So I finally worked out with the lord of my land.
Yes.
Not to just dump water on the grass day after day, gallons after gallons. Yeah, my lawn does not look great right now, but I was also he had me paying for just to spill the grass.
Spill the grass.
Spill the water on the grass. Uh-huh. And he also had me paying for the gardener. And I was like, well, this is, to me, a huge waste of resources, because the water bill got up to like $500 a month and I look at these beautiful lawns here and I'm like, this is like I know why we are having so many problems on the planet when, No,
lawn is, I'm sure there are parts of the world where lawn is not as taxing, but lawn is just...
Over here, bud.
It just sucks up water, especially just here in Southern California. Yeah. And keeping it well groomed, it's like you're...
See, like those guys, they got it right. Right?
Oh, yeah, they got the cactuses.
There's three houses, right, or 2 or 3 houses right here that are just doing cactuses and succulents. And even this seems like they stopped kind of like maintaining or watering it as much, which I appreciate.
Well, it reminds me of the fact that I trimmed my beard this morning.
Oh, that's pretty good, yeah.
It keeps growing, and it has to be managed. Now, granted, I've let it grow much more than someone who is shaving every day, and that's some nonsense I hope never to get back on board with. Wake up every day, the grass grows on your lawn, right? The hair grows on your face, cut it back. It grows again the next day, cut it back. Got to keep smooth face, cut it back, hack away, hack away, hack away, hack away. And it's like, this is your body, this is your facial hair, right? Now, hack away if you like. I'm just saying that. That's not for me. I'm a beard brother.
Hey.
But it's the same thing with the lawn, right?
Nope.
Ooh, Barney's playing hard to get. We got some horses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 12. Studio horse rental.
And crows.
I wonder if they rent for studio horse use, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sean, we've got to rent a horse from here sometime and mind walk on the horse.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I mean, right? The horses are walking. It's still a walk.
Look at, there he is. He's loving
Barney
it.
is just going crazy.
He's got so much horse pee to roll around.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm thinking we could go under the freeway over here and get into the park this way, just because there's so many horses ready to go off.
Got some premium Barney horse rolling right there.
Yeah. It's like once we got in this area, he got so happy.
So lawns. Why have to trim them all the time? Why plant the lawn and just give yourself so much more constant maintenance that you're going to have to do?
And water it, and just, it's like, and what it is, it's all aesthetics, right? It's all, because it doesn't, the type of grass that we have doesn't provide any, enough oxygen. It's not a good oxygenating plant. It's not anything anybody can eat. It's a real fucking literal waste of resources. But because to me it matches the wall-to-wall carpeting inside of an American house.
Uh-huh.
It's like, we're going to carpet our outsides, we're going to carpet our insides, and everything's just going to be safe and smooth and buffed. We'll never have to feel the dirt or the rocks or the hardwood floors. It's protecting our delicate feet from having to feel anything.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the lawn came from European aristocracy that would say, hey, look at this land that I've got. I can afford not to grow crops on it.
Yeah.
I can afford just to have it be this manicured thing just for its own sake. Not unlike, let's say you were living in the desert, okay? Well, I mean, we're on the desert, but I mean the desert of your fantasy. Sweeping dunes desert. And, a random oasis. In that environment, water is going to be the premium resource,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And if you want to flex your wealth, and what do you do at your palace? You probably have a fountain.
Yeah.
Have a way that you can say, I've got so much water that I can waste it on pure aesthetics. Now, all the women sleep with me, and all the princes donate your gold and pledge your loyalty, and blah, blah, blah. Or all the men sleep with me, and all the women pledge their loyalty, if you prefer. Or just sleep with everyone and have everyone pledge your loyalty to you. That sounds pretty good to me.
At a certain point, then you were like, oh, I like this one, so I'm going to create a harem, and just you keep capturing more and more women or men.
And you probably have water in the harem too.
Oh yeah, every depiction I've ever seen of a harem is basically like a spa, like a Wii Spa situation.
Oh, how I miss Wii Spa.
Oh, how I miss Wii Spa.
But in any case, so when you're living in a feudalistic society, and it's all it's all about land, right? If it's all about land, then show that you've got so much land that you can just put some grass on it. You can just make a lawn.
Oh, Barney.
And I think that's carried over now, where we feel like we've got our little property, right?
Yeah.
And we've got our little lawn. A direct carryover. So, and it is a sign of affluence, still, because you do have to spend money maintaining it. You do have to water it. Now, there are going to be some plenty of economists who go, oh, well, it creates jobs then.
Sure.
But it's ultimately a sort of a waste of resources that goes nowhere.
Well, and also,
I don't know.
Yeah, also, I'll say
if someone wants a lawn, the freedom part of me is like, you can have a lawn, I guess, but I think we should strongly incentivize. And I think the smarter thing to do is to do this. You know, sometimes it's called xeriscaping, right? Mm-hmm. But look, basically grow native plants, you know? Grow native plants and save yourself the resources. Yeah. Man, I just wouldn't want to put something... if I'm buying a home and I already know I'm going to have to be dealing with home repair, I already know that I'm going to have to maintain this thing, why would I then go and say, okay, I'm going to plant this thing that requires an extreme amount of maintenance in my front yard and just suck up all my time having to care for it?
Well, some people do get some joy out of their garden.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
true.
True.
And I don't mind that aspect. But if you're paying people to maintain it for you, then it's like, then the joy is just in the display, in the I can afford to pay people to do this. The thing that was
most... do people who really take joy in gardening, are they planting just lawns of grass? Usually they're planting
I would say that I would say that the lawn of grass is just the kind of the frame, and then the rest of the garden, all the other things that they put in. But that's why the best gardens for me don't even have any lawn.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got plants to take care of, and you got vegetables to grow.
Dog. So, I mean, the thing if I think about it, I lived in this property for 7 years, and I've had the battle with the...
Ooh, it's a horse! Yay!
Hey, come here, bud.
Barney found a horse.
He's so
happy. A horseback rider.
Yeah. Barney.
That is the most chill Barney has been around a horse to date.
Yeah, well,
normally Barney's barking at horses, but no, not this time.
He's getting used to it.
Barney is excited.
He loves the smell of horses. He loves horses.
I think he figured it out because he wasn't sure what to make of horses the first time.
Yeah.
And now...
I think he admires them.
He's running and running and running.
I think he really digs them. So, yeah, no, the more offensive thing is that I had to pay to water the lawn and have a gardener at the Lord of the Land's property.
Right, you have to pay on both ends, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, he wants me to water. He wants me to pay for the watering of the lawn, and then he wants me to pay for the maintenance of the lawn. And again,
the watering of the lawn is part of the maintenance of the lawn, right?
Yeah, but again, like that that part's the most offensive, right? The amount, just dumping that pure amount of just water, day after day, gallons and gallons.
Yeah.
You know, while I know that we have some water issues, definitely in California, for sure, all over the world. And, you know, I should do some better xeriscaping in my backyard. But right now it is a xeriscape. It's just weedy and got a lot of...
Yeah. You can let grow what's going to grow there.
And I wasn't enjoying the lawn anyways, partially because, like, let's say if I go out there and try to enjoy the lawn twice a day, the sprinklers would just randomly come on. So I could just be sitting out there one day, and it's happened to me a few times, and there's like, and they just come on and spray me, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm not even enjoying this lawn because we're going to get off the...
That's all right.
Yeah.
I at least had a chance to build up some endorphins. We didn't start right near the freeway, so maybe it's not as bothersome to me.
Yeah. I did want to go down that one side, but there were so many horses coming out of that thing, I didn't want to...
I'd love to get some pictures and video of some horses, but when they're being ridden, I don't want to impose upon the people who are riding and be like, hey, you're on camera now. I feel like that'd be a little rude. Who wants a camera just pointed in their face? I guess some people really love that.
I mean,
some people really like it.
We're in that town, baby.
Be on camera.
We're in that city. Huh. Where's the hole in the fence?
There's a specific hole you're looking for?
Yeah. Did they repair the hole?
How about keep off grass signs?
Ugh. Oh, here it is.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, grassy, well-maintained area, and they're just like, keep off of it.
I put a lot of money into this.
Let me tell you, if a lawn is good for one thing, it should at least be good for sitting on and just like hanging out.
Well, we went by that place over in when we were coming over the hill from the Hollywood sign, going down Beechwood Canyon, and they were like, don't play Frisbee or do anything on this lawn, you'll break the sprinkler heads. I was just like, fuck. God damn. Everybody's such a goddamn spoil sport for their fucking shit-ass fucking lawn.
It becomes this prohibitive space. It's like, well, now we got to take care of it, and because it's so hard to take care of, we can't have anyone using it. Boo.
Boo. Boo indeed. That's you know, when I think of like I was reading a thing this morning about
can I just say though, it's a form of hoarding in a way.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Like,
this is my lawn, this is my space, and it exists to keep you off of it.
Yeah.
So I can say stay off of it. That's what it's
mine. So I was reading an article about I guess I'll call it colonial waste. There was a better word for it, but the global north uses the global south as a sink to basically dump all its garbage in. I was like, yeah.
Not to mention all of our pollution.
All of our pollution. Like,
Sean, over there is the open mic space that you wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a few minutes? Catch it on camera?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
We haven't done a sketch in a while. Let's do the mic. Let's see some stand-up, Sean. Or some clowning or whatever.
Well, no, I definitely there's a specific joke that I want to tell that I haven't told in a long time.
And then we'll get back to how the global north is dumping on the global south.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to end anytime soon, sadly.
It's not. But again, like, I feel like walking at least is a beginning, is a rejection of that. And reusing. Yeah, I think that the mic would go like this. The people could kind of gather around the tunnel. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe come up here. And then this would be the stage area.
All right. Sean, start off stage, please.
Yep.
What's the name of this open mic, Sean?
The Mind Walk Tunnel of Love.
The Mind Walk Tunnel of Love.
Yes.
Barney went to the other side of the fence.
Barney's got his own agenda going on here.
Ladies and gentlemen and horses, welcome to the newest open mic in the LA comedy scene right here near Griffith Park. It is the Mind Walk Tunnel of Love. Let's hear it for our first comedian, Sean Humphreys.
Yay! We made it! We survived the fucking apocalypse up till now. A little bit about me. I didn't wipe very well today, so you guys are gonna have to contend with that. So I'm gonna launch into a joke. This is the joke. Are you okay, bud? Where you at? Oh, there he is. He's fine. People talk a big game about, if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and kill Hitler. Of course, Barney's distracting me. I say, you don't need a time machine. Because if you go back in time and you kill Hitler, you have to kill baby Hitler. You have to smother baby Hitler in his crib. You know what that makes you? That makes you a baby killer. Now, you come back in time, you're a baby killer. That's on you. I say this. Just hop in your Prius, go to Washington, D.C., and there's a despot that you can take care of right now, today. I know, guys, it's a dark joke. We're in the darkest of timelines.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Sean Humphreys and his rendition of the now popular can't kill baby Hitler joke of Deadpool. Let's hear it. Yes, it was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, I did it first.
Sean did it first, ladies and gentlemen. Sean did it first, and he was ripped off, and now he demands remuneration.
I'm adding the other aspect to it.
Oh.
I said, we all know this thing. the punchline is now you can take care of. You don't need a time machine. You can do stuff now. There's people that need to die today.
Oh, I got that. I got that part.
Yeah. That's. I mean, if I'm ripping off somebody else on that part, it's like that's just the setup. Hey, where you at, bud?
Well, I think that the set could have gone a little better.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm very rusty. Do you want to do a?
Not this time.
You don't want to follow that. You don't want the stage soiled. Hey, come here, bud. You don't want to step on the soiled stage.
I'll do it next time.
Okay. Come here, bud. What are you doing? Okay, well, we're going this way. We can't get over there. Are you going to really do this to me? Come on.
You asked for it. You want this. You want Barney to go to the other side of the fence.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we can go up that way. But this is the easiest way to go. Come on, bud.
You were practically begging him to go into the private property yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. Now he's just in a better mood. There he goes. There he goes. Wait, when did is that in the first Deadpool movie?
Was it the first or the second one?
Well, I started telling that joke in 2015.
Well, I guess it's just something to be aware of. I think, man, is it the first one or the second one? I just know that, like, in the post-credit sequence, he goes back in time and he's standing there in front of baby Hitler in the crib, and he's I can't do it.
Oh, yeah. But I'd say to me, it's a...
it's a classic trope.
Yeah, exactly. It's a street joke almost. My introduction is people talk a big game as if it's already out there. But yeah, the global north and the global south.
Speaking of despots.
Yeah.
Well, there's this meme that's going around. I guess it's really just sort of a political cartoon that's been going around for years now. And it's like a flat kind of, Mercator-ish projection of the world. And basically, South America and Africa are like, there's like these giant holes dug out of them on the map.
Okay.
And on top of Europe and the U.S. is like
where all the dirt is.
But it's like treasure.
Yeah.
Or jewels or something like that, or just piles of money.
Yep.
And it's pretty clear. Yeah, we've just
hey, come here.
Dug it up.
We've
dug it up.
Guys.
And we continue to this day, though
How you guys doing? He is so fascinated and in love with... This is Barney.
My dog is exactly like that.
Isn't he a cutie pie? He's so in love with horses right now. He's like, he loves rolling around in the pee. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't be... Okay, cool. Thank you.
Look at these beauties.
Beautiful.
Got a
Good morning.
black and white one. Got a brown one. Got a mocha one. Got a white one. White kind of almost like carob chip kind of color. Vanilla carob chip ice cream color horse.
Lately they're having a very pacifying effect on him.
Yeah, that's great. I haven't seen Barney this excited this week.
Yeah, I think we've been doing a little bit shorter hikes. He's got more energy,
So yeah, the looting continues.
Yeah.
And it changes form, but... and I do think there's something to how on the maps that we tend to look at, sort of north is sort of like
the top.
Thought of as up.
Yeah.
And it's the pressure of Europe and North America like pushing down on the global south.
Yeah.
Sort of with our understanding of gravity sort of pulling things down, right?
Interesting. And that somehow north is this ultimate organizing principle.
Yeah. And it's sort of, north is not up, but doesn't it feel like up though?
Well, let me see. It's funny. I want to orient myself. Well, right now, north is that way, so it feels down to me because we're walking away from it. Yeah.
Well, I guess just when you look at a map.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
It's up,
for sure.
and when you look at a globe, it's up.
I mean, and all maps are oriented. Whatever.
Right.
But typically the language is all written so that you can mostly read it with north is up.
Now, I love the maps that are upside down. I remember my creative writing professor had an upside down map.
Oh, beautiful.
In his office. I've seen a good number of the quote. I mean, there's really no such thing as an upside down map.
Yeah.
You could do a, quote, sideways map. You could have it however you want. But I really enjoyed seeing the upside down map. I didn't understand why it was such a powerful image. At first I was just like, haha, the map is upside down. Like, isn't that
a tricky joke?
Right? But then you start to realize, like, oh, right, all these baked-in assumptions. Not to mention all of the distortions. Huge Greenland, small Africa kind of distortions. Yeah. Africa is way bigger than Greenland. If you didn't already know that, then now you do.
Oh, Barney. I know you want to play with him.
Got some speed. Ooh, I like his hat.
Yep. You've got the South American version of that.
When's the last time you rode a horse, Sean?
Oh, I would say Mexico. At least 20 years ago. And, I don't know why they gave me the extra surly horse. It's, because a lot of these guys, they have a dozen horses hanging out at the beach. Mm-hmm. And they give the real easy horses to the girls. And then the more difficult horses to the men. And it's a funny trick these ranchero guys like to play on the tourists. And this horse was just unruly. It was trying to buck me off the whole time, and my ass hurt so bad because of the way he was, just the horse was just being a dick. And I get it. I
mean, you're the one who was sitting up on its back.
Yeah, I was enslaving him. I was like, "Sir, let me rent thy animal for a moment." But yeah, and I kind of knew, all my friends they were all partying and drunk. They're like, "Let's go ride some horses." I was like, "Okay, sure." And I think I've only ridden horses maybe half a dozen times in my life. I think if I got on a horse that was pretty well trained, I would do okay, But I'm not breaking a horse. That is not my. Hey, where you at?
He's up there.
Is he? Is he on the trail?
He's on the right. Kind of turned to the right, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on. Barney.
I think he went up here.
Did he?
I think so. Oh, no, there he is.
You crazy dog. I know you just want to smell that horse. You're in love with a horse.
Yeah, basically, Barney will sometimes, especially when the trail is nice and open, run ahead. And then we're wondering where's Barney. And then like a torpedo, Barney just
comes right back. I think it's one of his favorite games to play. The I'm right here. I'm right here game. But yeah, it makes me want to be even more careful about what I consume anymore. I guess
What makes you want to be more careful? What are you talking about?
Just thinking about, so, people talk about the standard of living in Northern Europe is, they get 2 months of vacation and, maternity and paternity leave, and they have all these social structures to protect their people. Yeah, because they took all the resources from around the world and they can live very well. I would love for us to have that lifestyle because we have been stealing resources from around the world for a long time. Why are we not the beneficiaries of it? On some
Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Thank
Ding.
you.
Got a sombrero. Compliment.
Yep. She had a nice sun hat herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the plundering, we've got plundering happening in our own country, of course, on a massive scale.
Yep.
I mean, it happened with slavery, and it continues to happen in private prison.
Yep.
And it continues to happen just with your average worker
Yep.
in America.
Yep.
It happened with the company store. It happens with Amazon.
Yeah.
Happens with Mickey D's. It happens with the mind walk. Whoop-shaw! Sean, get to entertaining him.
I'm moving. Yeah, I was just thinking about the nature of labor. And like we're doing a labor right now. We are taking our experiences and our ideologies, let's go this way, and putting them into a, concentrating them onto this recording while we're walking. And what is labor?
That's a question.
Yeah, is a person, trying to figure out the best way to maximize the small movements of a Amazon worker to be more and more efficient. Is that person a laborer?
The manager? Is the manager
no,
a laborer?
I'm thinking of like an ergonomics or a systems kind of analyst person. It's like, oh, well, if we stack these products in this certain way, we'll be able to more efficiently, like a logistics person.
Yeah, see, Sean, that's what they call skilled labor.
Oh, I see. Feels like somebody pointed out recently, and I'm now aware of it. I think it was on John Oliver, that the Civil War was about states' rights.
That old canard?
Yeah. And in my head, I was like, oh yeah, Civil War is about slavery. But I didn't realize that the teaching of it, states' rights, was not Grover Nordquist, who was the guy that's basically like, yeah, just change the language and you can do all the things that you want anyways.
When you walk away, and what was all the
How you guys doing? Good. Here he comes. But that's just like that upsets me because I feel like, oh shit.
Speaking of lawn.
Yes, the most wasteful lawn. Lawns for the dead.
Lawn of the dead. You thought your gardening was over, but then you died.
And now you're part of the garden. Oh, look, there's bunnies. There's a bunny over there.
Oh, this is Forest Lawn?
The backside of Forest Lawn.
Forest Lawn, the totally nonsensical name that is somehow both a forest and a lawn.
And a lawn. And it implies a garden. Just a really, neutral term for a garden.
Well, but then call it Forest Lawn Garden. I mean,
or
just
call
do
it,
all of it.
How about Garden of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know. I imagined that, and we gotta walk to this part of Forest Lawn at some point.
We got to walk Forest Lawn.
Yeah.
We've been building it up. We got to go onto Forest Lawn. We got to start reading off the names of dead people.
Yeah. Let's do that on Thursday. Wait, is today Wednesday? Let's do it on Sunday or Monday. Yeah.
We shall see. I'm going to take a picture of the lawn, the forest lawn here.
It's, I don't know. Again, talk about, you're right. Just like the most wasteful kind of lawn. Now somehow these guys are extracting rent on dead people. What a scam! A landlord for the dead? Oh, fuck you.
They never complain.
No.
You have to deal with their family sometimes.
Sometimes.
So they come around once in a while. But yeah, you get a nice little wooden box, right? Have you seen those coffins that have like TVs and stuff in them?
Yes.
So let's hear about your coffin, Sean.
Okay, so I think we've recorded it at some point, but it'll come on in a future switchback. But what I would prefer is to be zipped up into a psychedelic mushroom bag,
right,
full of mushroom spores, and let my decomposing body feed the psilocybin, or maybe Amanita muscaria, or maybe both. Which grows better in a dead guy's body. But yeah, I want people to be able to, eat the magic mushrooms grown from my dead body and feel the presence of me.
Are you sure that if I didn't just take a bite out of your shoulder now that there wouldn't be enough
psychedelics
in there that I could just get some?
It's funny because I did eat 2.5 milligram THC mint the other day, and because of all the psychedelics I took, I could actually feel like I was tripping a little bit.
Now look over there. We do have 3 mourners. Let's not
disturb
in
them.
Our cynicism forget
Just
there are those here mourning the dead.
Loved ones. Yeah, I'm liking this trail because it's going right by.
Or we could just heckle them from afar.
Dead people.
You're paying for bullshit.
You're mourning.
Okay, so granted, that's right. We have gone over it, but I guess I'm asking you to step into the realm once again of the hypothetical.
And
say, if you had to have a coffin, if you had to, like, what would your coffin be?
Oh, okay. So, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking about Sean's coffin.
So I would want it to be as, ecologically, like let's say like a pine box, right?
Okay.
But then maybe make it look like my pine wood derby car from when I was a Boy Scout, which is a little silver thing. And you can put little plastic wheels on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would say this. I don't want any dignity in my death. Zero dignity in my death. Fucking dress my body up. Fucking, I don't know, put a fucking a Roman candle where my dick is and fire it off. Just do everything to have as much fun and kind of, I don't want to say desecrate, that's not the right word, but it's like, it's just a dead body. It was merely a vessel. And if you guys could have fun with it in some way, recycle it, have a party,
Well, hey, putting it in a Pinewood Derby car and rolling it down the hill sounds pretty fun to me.
Shit, that would be hilarious. Attach
the Deadwood Derby.
Like a dead... Yeah.
All right, we're getting into a little bit of bush here.
Yeah. I think this is their way of keeping people from climbing into the back of the
cemetery. Dude, if we could find the back door to the cemetery, that'd be so great. Hey, how'd you kids get in there? Oh, we just wandered in.
Is he in front of you?
Yeah.
Good.
Can't see him, but oh no. There's his hind legs.
Yeah, he's having a day today. He gets to smell horses and rolling horse pee. And he got to see one of his crushes. Like, he was just like, I could see it in his eyes when he was looking at that horse. Just like, oh my God. And it was a lady horse. The one that cowboy was on.
So Barney is in love with horses, huh?
Yeah.
That's a distinct possibility.
Yeah. Well, he's been smelling their smell and kind of like, kind of like they've been hovering around him.
Yeah, there's the source of the horse pee smell. It's like, there it is, the fountain.
Yes. And yeah, I'm sure he could tell what kind of majestic creatures they were. And that's why he wanted to cover himself in their scent to
Well,
confuse.
maybe Barney just likes golden showers.
Well, that too. I mean,
He takes after his old man.
well, I prefer giving than receiving, but still, yes.
Well, I just meant more in the
The
yeah
Yeah.
the general.
yeah,
And let's face it, if you're not kinky, then like, what are you even doing?
yeah.
Just go and
Here, real
shout
quick.
to get those kids off your lawn. If you aren't exploring your kink, then you might as well just shout the kids off your lawn.
Yeah.
Maybe that's your kink.
If you're just doing P&V, strict P&V, you're weird.
How about fucking in a cemetery? That's a
I've done
decent
that
kink.
a couple times. I fucked in a church parking lot and in a cemetery twice. I mean, I think it's part of growing up, right? Yeah, I was getting real high with a lady friend. We were drinking some red wine, smoking pot. And we started going like, oh, what if the souls of the dead were coming up through our bodies? And we laid down on the graves.
Well, look, if the dead that are under there, if they have any kind of perception that's still tied to their dead bodies, then they probably was like some fucking, like, all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank goodness. That was like the best thing. I haven't heard those sounds. I mean, look, if you were just laying in your coffin and you just heard the sound of just worms and earth
yeah.
forever, and then suddenly you hear,
Fuck, yes.
and you're like, oh, that sound used to just totally disturb me back when I was trying to get some rest at home, but now it's like, oh, how I long for the sound of life, for the juice of life.
Yeah, we were saying like, oh, now their souls are seeping into us and we should have sex, on top of these graves, and then maybe we will revive them, it's kind of like a zombie fantasy.
Or the seed spills.
Yeah,
and
the seed
mixes
spills
with the lady cum, and they all just make this swirling, delicious thing that gets into the eye sockets of a dead guy and comes back as a sex god. And
He opens up and he's just got he comes out of the grave, he's just got a big boner.
maybe the movie's called Fucking Zombies.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Or Sex and Death.
that was our
First half.
alarm.
On these shorties, it's only going to be a halfway point. Okay, and I am cutting. Wait, I'm going to wait till you cut too. Just because then we don't have to do any editing.
Less editing.
Less editing.
But we'll still have to do some editing.
It's true.
Still have to do some alignment. And cutting.
Cut. That reminds me of the 3D printed pharaoh, the mummy voice. That's exactly what a zombie would sound like. Thank you. So, do you want to lead the meditation today?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to have a seat.
All right. Start with my favorite. Let's start with 3 breaths. One more. Let's hold it in. Take some time to not do anything. Take some time to not worry about how you should be doing something. Take some time to not think about how you shouldn't be thinking about how you should be doing something. Just be here in this moment. Have some water, take a rest. If you're on the hike with us, consider taking a little rest. Or don't.
Yeah.
Think, enjoy your thoughts, enjoy the power of your mind working. This is you alive. You don't need to get too attached to your thoughts, but just for a moment, just enjoy that your brain organ is working and that you're not in a fucking hole in the ground in Forest Lawn Cemetery right over there.
Praise baby Jesus. Hallelujah. I can only hallelujah from this side of the grave.
can subscribe to Mindwalk Pod on all social media and become a patron at the patreon.com/mindwalkpod and give us $5 a month and become a Trail Angel. Trail Angel. Trail Angel. Won't you pay the fine? You can get Mindwalk every day on time. Trail Angel, Trail Angel. Won't you be true? We're gonna keep on walking if you don't or if you do. Trail Angel.
Well, Barney is in such a good mood today. I mean, it was so rough for him on Sunday. And then we had a pretty easy one yesterday. And it's a pretty easy one today. Yep. Yep. Right, buddy?
I'd like to come back here and go up this path even further. Just keep going along the outskirts of the cemetery. It's so cool that we got up close to it, I gotta say.
It was a little bit of, I mean, obviously, kind of a weird flow chart today. I mean, starting at Mariposa. We've been on parts of this hike before, but really I dove on this side because those horses were coming down. And I was like, let's just go on the side trail so we don't have to deal with the horses. And we ended up here. Didn't even think to come next to because we normally are up on that peak looking at the cemetery.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have dealt with the horses. I felt we owed them some horses after the Burbank Western Channel.
Yeah.
And so now you got to hear us talking about horses.
I mean, it's lovely to live in an area. And I'd love to go to wherever the Compton Cowboys bring their horses out, wherever their stables are. I think we can figure that out.
I think I heard, I guess that COVID finally got to him. And Jerry Seinfeld was on WTF with Mark Maron after all these years. And
just like in a recent one?
Fairly recent, within the last couple of months. And Mark asked Seinfeld, what... I think the question was, what's your most dependable piece of material or something like that? And Jerry said that his bits about horses have been the most perennially... laugh-getting.
Horse bits?
Yes, horse bits. Horse bits. So, horses. There you go.
I mean, they were the motion of progress for much of early America.
As much as we might like to think that it would have been better with horses because, we hate the automobiles. I mean, cities with horses, there was this horse shit everywhere. It was a big old problem.
It was a big problem.
So there are people... I would love to go and do the time shift where it's like you and me walking in an old England or something and just complaining about the horses.
Horse shit everywhere. Yeah, right.
And they're walking by and clomping, going... I'm like, these horses just put me in a bad mood.
Yeah, the sound of these
so
horses.
Noisy and...
That is. I mean, ultimately... I'm going to be annoyed by whatever annoyance of progress there is out there. I mean, did I hate the sound of early modems? No. But then there was a certain point where they got so fast that it was kind of just a real super annoying noise, and then they just made the noise go away.
Yeah. Well, I liked that modem noise.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding.
Just spitting out them ones and zeros. Spitting them out.
It was the sound of the future.
Yeah, it was the sound of the future. It was also the sound of, for me, very slow porn.
The slowest porn. I remember being on Napster and wanting to download porn videos. You just had to go by the title.
Oh, yeah.
And you wouldn't know what you were getting. Sometimes you'd get nothing. It might be like a 2-second just really low quality loop of some. Oh God! Just
like a couple just going gah, 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 like in doggy style, and that was it. Like there was like
most of the time it was viruses though.
Yeah. So I'm even talking about still porn. Like I got.
Oh, just watching it load bar by bar, strip by strip.
And then, you could get that first nipple, that first, like, oh my God.
You're waiting for it to show up. Or it becomes like, oh, the clothing started.
Yep. But yeah, I was...
Back then, each photo felt precious.
Yes. Well, I mean, each photo felt so precious that people were, jerking off to the National Geographic and the and Sears catalog. The bra section of the Sears catalog.
I know I did.
Well, I mean, just imagine how ubiquitous it is now. Just everywhere.
I don't have to imagine it.
Hey,
I think I enjoyed some last night.
Congrats. Yay! The sound of two hands clapping instead of just one hand. Yeah. I think, especially now, like, I feel like my generation was a little bit embarrassed about its porn consumption.
Oh, yeah?
I tried to be pretty, that's me. Tried to be pretty upfront about it. Yeah, it's just I was right at the age where there wasn't like hot and cold running porn in every computer. Mm-hmm. You had to buy, either DVDs or VHSs or, magazines.
Or you had to, get a girlfriend.
Or get a girlfriend. Well, I'd say, though, the porn for me became useful for when I did get a girlfriend. Because then I had some clues about how the female body worked.
Well, that goes very counter to the message of these days of, like, oh, we got to get the porn away from our kids because then they don't know how consent works and how fucking works.
Yeah,
and
it's gone too far. The pendulum has swung the other direction now, where it's like it's these acrobatic displays of just like every kind of form of genital mashing possible. But like, at least in the somewhat early days of porn, yes, there was some creepy stuff out there, but there was at least the,
That's a map, like this goes here.
Yeah. And, you got to see it probably. You didn't get to choose whether you were going to watch Cunnilingus because it was on a thing that you couldn't click through.
Right.
Necessarily.
Yeah, you just had to get through it.
It was serial, on some level. So I was like, oh, well, it seems like this professional that is a professional sex haver this is part of the professional way in which a professional sex haver has sex. He prepares the vagina for entry or whatever. Yeah. So there's a lot of that. A lot of the, because I think what.
Want to play some fetch?
No, well, this one I can't get the stick out of the ground, so he's going to play fetch by himself. Get it, Barney. Get it. Yeah, I know, it's like a witch stick. Get it. Oh, what's it? Get it. I bet you can get it out of the ground. I bet you can. I also read. My mom was a nurse, so I had a lot of anatomy books.
Hold on, let me just get Barney here for a minute. Get it.
This is exclusive content that you would get if you were a Barney Cadet Club member. Barney the Wonder Dog Cadet Club tier. As him just being so cute, trying to chew a stick that won't come out of the ground. Get it! Yeah. You show that stick who's boss.
Whoa. Don't show that stick who's boss.
It's not the kind of porn we want to watch.
Barney was like, no, make it about porn again.
Yeah. So goddamn cute. Yeah. Now you can chew on my shoe? Is that what's going on? Yeah. Hey, what about this? Get it. Oh. Oh, over here. Get it. Hey, hold on. Yeah. Yeah? You ready? Get it. He is in a great mood today. Yeah? Yeah, come here. So fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, my turn? Okay. See ya. Go get it.
Yep.
You lost it. You lost
It's
the
right here.
You lost the scent, Barney.
It's right here. Nope, I guess he's done. Is that it, bud? Good boy. Good boy. Yes. He's, I think, being having this little pack of the three of us. Mm-hmm. He's getting a lot of clues from you about how to behave. You know, like it's you when you, hey Barney, and he comes, oh sorry bud, and yeah, good boy. You know, then he knows that there's something that you don't approve of. Mm-hmm. And so I think his behavior is getting a little more of that. Yeah, he did have a crazy moment with a dog on the trail.
So
yesterday.
I'm rubbing off on
Barney.
him a little bit.
Oh.
Look at him go.
I know, he just loves them horses. Come here, bud. Come here. Good boy. Yeah, I know, they're horses. Big, sexy horses.
I had a friend, I mean, he still is a friend, who, as young as I want to say 11 or 12, or maybe 11, 12, 13, he just had a bunch of Playboys at his house in his room. And I was like, I mean, just stacks of them.
Come here, bud.
And it was like, how do you have these, you know? Like, aren't your parents, you know, blah, blah, blah? Aren't your parents concerned? Or he's like, no, my parents buy them for me. Yeah. Give me a subscription. It's like, oh, okay. That was so outside my conception, no pun intended, of, you know, porn was this thing that was not something your parents would ever buy for you. But here he was, and his parents thought it wise to buy him Playboy. So I enjoyed going over to his house.
Of course, look at the Playboy. I had a similar friend who's he was probably my most affluent friend growing up, and he was a single child, and his parents got him a subscription to Playboy probably around like 13, 14. And, probably they were making sure that he wired his brains for certain things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And gave him an opportunity to express that.
I would love to go back in time to that time and find like which particular issues, which playmates were of particular fascination to me, and see if my type then was like indicative of my current type. Probably was, right?
Yeah, I would say so. So there's plenty of websites out there that have all the centerfolds of all the Playboy.
Oh, I'm sure I'd recognize one.
Well, no, and I did.
Right?
I went in and I was like, oh shit. And also my dad had some, and I would dig up his Playboys, and those were from the 70s.
My grandfather had like 3 when we were after he died, and we were going through his house. I was like, his apartment. I was like, somewhere there's these Playboys, and I think my dad was like, he didn't have any of those. I'm like, oh yeah, he did. He's like, no, he, Evelyn, my grandmother, was the only girl for him, And I was like,
God.
Well, yes, but he did have these Playboys. I just remember. Yeah. And sure enough, he had there they were at his nightstand, like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. I mean, now we got hot and cold running porn in our pockets.
Right, but
all the porn in the world, just right there in our pocket all the time.
Maybe I should have shown Grandpa how to access the porn on the internet. Maybe that would have been the move.
Sure. Once my dad discovered internet solitaire, his life changed.
Internet solitaire?
Internet solitaire.
As opposed to just like
regular solitaire.
Regular solitaire.
It's the saddest thing.
Or just computer non-hooked up to the internet solitaire?
It was some website that hosted solitaire. Yeah. You know, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it's quaint to think about. Well, it's also, now that we're thinking about this European hegemony, the ways in which the male mind was programmed by the specific taste of Hugh Hefner, because he just wanted these very particular type of women in his magazine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's like
the sexual dictator.
Yeah, is it possible for, like, I am attracted to a variety of different kinds of women now, but back in the day, I was pretty snooty, and this is the same thing you were talking about, like current complaints about porn as the unrealistic expectations and unrealistic standards of beauty and, unrealistic.
Not just for porn, it's also just Instagram models and Instagram fitness models. Like, you got to have this like perfect kind of body, Yeah, the clothes are on, but it's still about this oppression of the perfect shape, the perfect form.
Yeah.
We've become our own exploiters.
Well,
that's what social media allows us to do, really, to become our own exploiters, right?
Yeah.
We could put the mind walk in that context, too, if we wanted to. But hey, might as well exploit yourself. Don't let someone else do it.
Hey, Barney.
Barney's finding now three
more
upcoming horses.
Yeah.
Little family here.
Yeah.
I think that's the gentleman that came by earlier, was it? Or
Yeah.
just a
No, it's
hat?
a different guy. Same hat. Be careful, bud. Be careful. It's okay.
Man, Barney is so chill with these horses. No more barking. Used to bark at horses all the time.
Yeah. I think he kind of gets, especially these are like domesticated. They're trained horses.
Yeah.
So the horses, I don't know if they're taught or if they just see a little dog and they're like, fuck that dog or whatever. But it's the difference, I think, between like when I go to the dog park and there's a bigger dog that hasn't been trained or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, just being a dog, and Barney doesn't want the other dog around or whatever. Like like Barney just started growling at that dog the other day, and the dog wouldn't leave him alone, so Barney had to exert something. The first time he saw the horse, he was like, "What the fuck is that thing?" But they don't even flinch now. They don't when the horses see Barney, they're like, "Whatever, that little guy, I can fucking take him." So he's just like, "Okay, I get it." Like he knows his position with the horse. Where before, he had to see what his position was. And of course he's just rolling around in the horse pee. Barney wants to be a horse. He definitely wants to be a horse. Don't you, bud?
Barney the Wonder Horse.
Oh. Oh, gosh. He's going to be high on horse pee all day long. He's going to be so unruly. Come on, bud.
Maybe there's some kind of pheromone in the horse pee that gets him excited and high.
Probably.
You said unscientifically.
Probably something. I mean, they definitely get a lot out of smell, for sure. They got high on our smell. Yeah, Barney seems kind of the happiest on the horse trail. Let's see here. Can we go this way? Maybe we can. Nope, that's just a little corral area. Come on, bud. Now, this is the guy I think we saw earlier.
I feel compelled to mention Mr. Ed at this point.
A horse is a horse, of course.
A show about a talking horse.
Oh, Barney. It's okay, bud. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
So far, so good. Beautiful. Just absolutely stunning. Hey, bud. You got to frolic with the horses a little bit.
To me, a show about a talking horse should be a lot funnier than it probably was, right?
I think it was funny for the times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it was. I think that they could only go so far with it, which I think the funniness, the basic humor was that Mr. Ed was kind of wiser than the humans around him.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to have a talking horse and they're going to go and talk to it and ask it for advice and stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, Wilbur.
But then Mr. Ed became Mr. Horse in Ren and Stimpy, who's just an amazing character.
Oh, yeah. A real,
Ooh, an object. What have we got here, Sean?
feels like, oh, it's a mask. It's a Disney mask.
For a child.
Yeah. But they were probably riding the horse and it fell off their face. Well, and then there's BoJack Horseman,
Right, yeah.
the ultimate talking horse. The ultimate.
I feel like Mr. Ed had to have been referenced in that show at some point.
Yeah. And Trigger and Silver and but he was playing the famous horse that the book was written about, the guy that won the Triple Crown.
Yeah. Secretariat?
Secretariat was a big element in
Oh, yes.
let's see here.
This is really making me
Come on, bud, over here.
kind of
Barney. Come
love horses. I'm developing a love for horses, Sean. Just being around them.
here. Over here.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
no,
grateful
over
for
here.
these walks now, especially because, I don't see horses that often, and now I've seen them numerous times over the last couple of months. So now horses are a part of my life.
Nope. Nope. No. No.
Keep moving.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
They're coming. They're coming to get you.
Keep moving. Okay, Karen.
It kind of feels like a video game
Yes.
where you enter the radius of an enemy and then you have to just stay out of its radius so it starts
Exactly.
moving towards you, and it's like, well, if I move away from it fast enough, it will never catch up to me. Back through the hole in the fence from whence we came. All right, well, I guess we're still on the horse trail,
Yeah.
but we're back by the freeway again.
There's just a Byzantine path that we could take over there that'll get us back. This is definitely a shortcut. Yeah, it was literally like, oh, here she comes. Here comes the boss lady. The enemy at the end of the level.
Was that our big trial for the day?
I think so. I mean, you know me. I'm very sensitive to it, and I'm just like, oh, I can see it coming, literally 100 yards away. Just it's a very particular type of human being. I mean, we would refer to them currently as Karens, but
They've been with us forever.
yeah. I wonder if she has a lawn jockey in her in front of her house.
Yeah, what kind of lawn jockey you think?
You know. Because everybody's got to obey the rules. They got to, you can't be a ne'er-do-well. You have to do things the right way. There's a right way of doing things. And if you are not doing things the right way, you're probably just not a good person. You're just not a good person. Let's just start there.
Something wrong with you.
Maybe you're wearing your pants too low, or you don't got the right hat, or you're spending your money in the wrong way.
Maybe you're just a little lazy,
Yeah, just a little lazy. A friend of mine put up a Teddy Roosevelt quote about like ambition, hard work, something like that. Mm-hmm. And my friend is a pretty good hard worker. He's done a lot of really selfless things in his life. But I'm like, the quote is basically like, oh, you have no value if you're not ambitious. Mm-hmm. I was like,
well, look, even if we wanted to accept the value of work, do we really have to celebrate hard work? Why does it have to be hard work?
Yeah.
Why not just regular ass work?
Yeah. Just effort. I mean, this is the Zoroastrians exalted effort as the closest to godliness.
Hard work. I'm doing work. Oh, but is it hard? Are you suffering? Are you suffering?
No, here's why I'm not suffering. I'm not a fucking Christian. I don't need to fucking suffer. God, yeah, great. Jesus died for my sins. I didn't ask him to do that shit. Fuck that guy.
I know, right? And then they guilt you for it.
Yeah, and then
he died for your sins. So now you have. It's like I didn't ask him to do shit.
Yeah. Why are you putting that shit on me?
You're ungrateful.
Yeah.
Ungrateful.
Yes. I don't want to fucking die for anybody's sins. That's a really dumb reason to die. Because sins already are stupid. Sins are dumb. Oh.
Well, exactly. That's the trick. They say, you, sin. It's like, what? Yeah, it's this thing. Yeah, you're doing it all the time. It's bad. You're going to pay a hefty price. Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, but good news, though. Someone died for your sins, so you don't have them.
Can I give you some money to tell you?
That would be great. I was just about to ask.
Oh, whew.
Barney is rolling around in horse pee for your sins.
Yes. It's like it's weird. It's like he's such a pure being of pleasure at times.
I'll say this. When we get so many fans, please do not send us jars of horse pee.
No, please don't. Please. We've got plenty of it on the trail. And also, he doesn't like the horse pee itself. He likes it soaked in the ground.
Yeah, there was a puddle of fresh horse pee. He didn't want anything to do with it.
No, that's true. He kind of sniffed it. And I think he doesn't, I'll just say, he's not much one for submersion in liquids. But he definitely likes the scent. But if you guys want to draw, if somebody wants to make a picture, there was a famous photograph by this artist that did the album cover for Metallica's Load. One of his famous pieces of art was called Piss Christ.
Oh, Piss Christ. I've heard of Piss Christ.
Where they took a crucifix and floated it in a jar of pee.
Is this the same guy that did the elephant dung Virgin Mary?
Yes.
It's got to be, right?
Yep. And so in Load he took his own jizz and blood and put it between two pieces of glass and then took pictures of that. Ooh. And that was the cover of their album. But I appreciate that he's using these materials in this interesting way.
Of course. I mean, it comes from within you.
Yeah. But if you guys want to do...
Why have the lawn when you could just have the resources within you? Like the mind walk, the hike, it's within us, Sean.
Yes, it is.
It all is coming from us.
It all is coming from us. But I'm asking the listeners to do a mock-up of a picture of Barney in the jar of pee from Piss Christ. Just him.
Specifically the pee from Piss Christ?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just picturing it in my head of Barney just floating in the pee, Right, bud? Because he is our Christ. Barney died for our sins. No, he's not dead. Oh, Whew. But yeah, the lawn.
Barney sinned for our death.
Oh, hey, come here, bud. Come here.
We'll go on the right. You can go on the right. It'll be
Everybody
all
goes
right.
on the right. It'll be all right. And we can all listen to traffic overhead. Yeah, it's a little dim in here. How you guys doing? It's a beautiful day.
I mean, at least you're not wearing sunglasses.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop.
Morning. Sean, stay there. It's beautiful.
Get to negotiate the tunnel with the horses.
Yeah, get Barney.
Hey, come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Good boy.
Well, I'm going to try this, see what happens. Well, that's pretty cool, even though we can't see you. Stay there for just a minute. I'm going to wait until the camera can still... There we go.
Look at this dog is so chill right now.
Dude, that is amazing.
Oh.
That is amazing. Look at this.
Yes.
We got to hear the horses in the tunnel, guys. How great.
I mean, it's everything that's actually going on. I want to kind of go down here, take a look at this area. It's everything that's actually going on, and then ridiculous conversations about religion and lawns. That's what we do here. This is what we're selling, guys. It's horse.
Yeah, Barney isn't the only grounding thing. We just have to deal with whatever. Hey, if you didn't hear the rattlesnake in the previous episode around 17 or 18 minutes in, maybe start at 16, you will get to hear Sean have just a real splendid human moment of...
freaking out.
I mean, I don't think I've seen you laugh that hard in a while than when I played for you that sound you made. I mean, it was just, the joy of that sound.
Oh my gosh. I mean, but also like the real fear, and like I feel like most of us when we're in that situation probably make some pretty ridiculous sounds.
Well, the joy of the sound. I was talking about the sound that you made listening to the sound.
No, I know, but I'm also saying like it was so unexpected to hear me make that sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also really glad that it was you that was in front of me, because I wasn't startled or scared at all because you took the brunt of it. So I just got to kind of watch it happen.
Woo! I mean, how do you think you would have had some kind of feeling?
Oh, I would have freaked out for sure. I can't say exactly what sound I would have made. The sound you made was very special, indeed.
Found a feather for my hat, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle. I don't know why. Oh, there's a little hole in the fence. We could go farther.
Now, Sean, we had our turnaround.
We did.
Are we getting closer to where we're trying to go?
Yeah, we're almost done. Literally go across the street and we're in the neighborhood and we're done.
Well, I know, but getting across the street can sometimes be harder than you think.
It's true. I just wanted to see what was over here. See if there's a future mind walk through this portal at some point.
Not through that portal.
No, but get up here and maybe walk next to the freeway. Who knows? I'm just exploring. I'm just taking a look, knowing the landscape, seeing what's available. Because you know me, I like going through weird holes in fences. Yeah, don't think we'd want to go this direction, because we'd be on the bridge. It'd be really hard to keep Barney on that little tiny ledge.
I ain't going there.
Yeah, for sure. But I wonder if we go... No, we can't really go this way down here. It looks like there's a back area.
If we can get into the river, then we could go down the river.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sure
can.
we know there's an entrance somewhere.
Well, this is the other fork. This is the actual LA.
This is the LA
River. Yeah. This, if we were to follow this, does go all the way to Sepulveda Dam.
And you're sure about that this
I
time?
did. I looked at it.
Nice.
That's when I was looking up this morning. I also looked at this because I was like, oh shit.
All right, I'm going to pick up my piece of trash for the day.
Okay.
This stuff has probably been here for ages.
Oh yeah.
One plastic bottle.
Covered in dirt. Covered.
One less
and
plastic
full
bottle.
Of dirt.
What do you think? Just throw it in the river?
Oh no! That's the sound of trash. I mean, it looks like a Coca-Cola bottle.
Could be anything if you ask me.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell.
It's been stripped of all of its
Identifying
markers.
Yeah.
What brand is it? What brand? Oh, we have to know what brand. No, right now it's just a weird little bottle. Could be in anything.
I guess it could be a Crystal Geyser. It seems thicker than that.
I mean, we see a Snickers over here, that's for sure.
I mean, I heard Snickers really satisfies.
Where'd you hear that, Sean? Sounds like a bunch of marketing nonsense to me.
I don't know. I can't remember. It just feels like Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. It's just like this mantra that is inside of me,
I heard that if you're hungry, you should grab a Snickers.
Yeah, I think it's almost like I pledge allegiance to America, to the flag, or whatever. Like it's that, or jingle bells, jingle. It's all this kind of mimetic mush inside of my brain. A mimetic mush.
Well, all of our plant knowledge. See, we need to replace all of our brand knowledge with plant knowledge.
Well,
we need to reacquaint ourselves with the things of our world, that the unmanufactured things.
Yeah, well, and I think that our brain has that capacity because of that.
Of course.
Branding and marketing is just like pushing all the names of and the plant medicine qualities of all these things out of our brain. Maybe there's a memory palace. Hey, bud, Barney, get over here. Maybe there's a memory palace that could be built on the hey, on the brand. Maybe if I could memorize all the Latin names of all the plants that goes into a Coca-Cola, or I don't know. That might be too much. Even just mentioning, I'm feeling like, ugh.
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Besides, isn't the Coca-Cola formula secret?
Well, we know there's a coconut in it, and
there's a coconut,
and there's a cocoa nut. Then there's also, what's the other? High fructose corn syrup. So there's corn in it. Then, there's a few things we know. But yeah, who cares?
So hiker trash. I've learned of hiker trash.
What is hiker trash?
Well, I'm only just starting to understand the concept. But as I was searching for hiking-related hashtags for our podcast, which is also hiking-related, hiker trash came up. And it seems to me that people are hiker trash.
Sure.
So, for example, if imagine someone who's been hiking for 3 days, they're wearing their short shorts and boots, and they're at a bus stop, and they're just sleeping over a couple of seats in the bus stop, just taking up space. This is some hiker trash, apparently.
Oh, I see. They are
the trash themselves. They're laying around. They're
almost like gyps.
What, Sean?
Nothing. They're like nomadic people who just roll into town and just occupy space.
Yeah, dirty people. dirty hikers.
I mean, it's weird that we have such a prejudice against it because at some point all of us were dirty hikers.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think at this point it's a sort of self-applied
Oh, I see.
term.
Like
ooh, I'm hiker trash.
like a modern kind of hobo,
Yeah.
you know.
So, as I learn more about this hiker trash phenomenon, I will still, of course, exploit it for the sake of hashtags and views. Right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Because I kind of, in a weird way, aspire to being hiker trash.
Well, I think we're on our way,
Hey.
Sean.
Hey, Barney, come here.
I think we are on our way to being hiker trash for sure. I mean, in a way, us rolling into this neighborhood, this fancy schmancy neighborhood, in my beat-up Subaru Outback Legacy and wearing the shit we're wearing and putting on our stupid hats and like we're doing a very
Hiker
trash sort of thing, right? I mean, when we park there's got to be some people looking at us going, ugh, what are they doing in here?
Oh,
They're probably used to it, right? Because they're hikers that are coming
there's
by.
all
But still,
kinds of people using this neighborhood for a launching point for their various nature activities.
I'm sorry that we didn't get pictures of horses, but with the people riding them, I just didn't want to intrude. Didn't see any non-ridden horses.
I mean,
But
you guys know what horses look like, right?
Yeah, you just have to imagine the horse. This is the beauty of Mind Walk. Imagine the horse with your mind. And
Yeah.
one day we'll get GoPros on our heads, but until then, just enjoy the audio and deal with it. So, Sean, in the recap today, I've got to
Yes.
say, I'm going to propose a title for our podcast,
Oh, yeah.
Sex and Death.
Oh, that's a good one.
We
Boom.
talked about sex and we got to the cemetery. I think there's got to be a reason we talked about both. Right?
Yes.
They're
I mean,
related
they're definitely
as we know.
interrelated.
But it could also be sex, death, and horses.
I mean, I like that better because there's something a little more wink exciting about that. Sex, death, and horses.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
use an ampersand.
Yeah, we talked about lawns and lawn jockeys and other things.
I mean, other than the sex and the death?
Yeah. Oh, the mushroom funeral services.
Yeah, I didn't talk about what my preferred coffin would be, but let's just do it another
I
time.
can hold it.
Who cares?
It'll keep. It'll hold.
We talked a little bit about BLM art.
Yes. We talked about horse pee. Lots of horse pee.
Mm-hmm.
So much horse pee.
Let's see. We had a Karen.
Yeah, we got. Oh yes. Oh man. Final boss on the horse trail.
Let's see. All right, Barney. We're going to pick you up. We're going to get you in the car.
Feeling nervous about that car coming?
Not too nervous about it. Just want to,
Yeah.
again, just best practice. Do you mind holding Barney for
I
just
do
a
not
sec while I
mind.
get the...
Oh. Key out.
Be careful there. Ooh.
Oh, look at this cutie.
I'm sure we talked about some other stuff. Let us know, comment on this video in YouTube and find all the stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
We talked about not just lawns, but also the imperialism and northern hegemony.
Oh yes, and they using the southern peoples as a sink.
And hard work.
Hard work. What does labor mean?
We only really scratched the surface of that, but we're going to be talking about labor all the
And
time in the capitalist
dystopian nightmare.
So, hey, subscribe to Mindwalk Podcast. Follow Mindwalk Pod on all social media. Please become a patron of the Mindwalk. Tomorrow is going to be a very special episode because tomorrow you're going to be getting a switchback episode.
Of our very first recording.
Our very first Mindwalk,
Yeah.
that's right. So we'll still, I believe, are we planning to go for a hike
We're
tomorrow?
gonna go for a hike, but we're gonna put it in our back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll get the switchback, and by tomorrow, I mean, well, we're
Friday.
recording this.
So you go Friday.
Today.
Yeah, no, but tomorrow will be Friday, and
By
you'll
the time
get
they hear it.
by the time you hear it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's always tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is always today, and today was a wonderful
Mind Walk.